This evening, the Isle of Wight Warriors welcome the Kent Kings from Sittingbourne for their third visit to the Andrew Uni Stadium here at Smallbrook in Ryde. The Kings won 55-33 in the National Trophy meeting in April, and in June they ran out 50-40 winners in the Knockout Cup. This evening's meeting was originally rained off last month, and since then the Kings have gone from being unbeaten in all matches to recently losing 46-44 away at Kings Lynn Young Stars, 43-41 at home to Birmingham Brummies, and last weekend 47-43 away at Eastbourne Eagles. The Kings are missing David Mason, who suffered an injured hand in last night's 56-34 home win over the Stoke Potters, and rider replacement is operated for him this evening. The Warriors drafting guest Matt Williamson to cover the number 1 position, whilst following Nick Phillips' crash last week with his dislocated arm, which the local medics were able to pop back in, allowing him to travel home after the meeting. George Piper now has his chance to stake a claim for the reserve berth this evening.
OK, so we're here with Kent Kings' James Shanes. James, you love it over here on the island, don't you? You've been a few times already this year.
Yeah, I think it's about my 6th time over this year. I kind of miss it. It's been about a month since I've last ridden this, so I'm looking forward to being back, and it's always great fun being back over.
Yeah, you've got a liking for the track as well, obviously, with your grass track routes, and we've seen it being all over the continent racing grass track as well. You've got to love this with the speed on this track. Yeah,
that's part of the reason why I love coming here. It's a big, fast track. It can get a little bit rough. It suits me down to the ground being a grass tracker, and it reminds me of riding on the continent, which I love riding over here, to be honest.
Right, well, stay safe tonight, have a good night, and we'll see you after the match.
Thank you, no worries.
Cheers.
Okay, can you understand?
Opted to start off gates 2 and 4 in heat number 1.
Is Luke Clifton in white blue Bowen, and for your Warriors in blue Kelsey Dugard, and in red, I guess tonight, Matt Williamson.
Here we go then with our first heat of the evening. Jason Waring sponsoring heat number 1. And it looks like a cracking start on the outside there for Luke Bowen for the Kings, with the guests then tonight for the Warriors, Matt Williamson, then tucking in for second place, and getting that third important place at the moment is Luke Clifton, then yellow then for the Kings. Tailing off at the back is Kelsey Dugard. But way out front, Luke Bowen has shown his liking once again, as he did last time. Previous 2 times he's been down here as well for this circuit here at the Andrew Uni Stadium at Ryde. So he's got quite a lead over the number 1 for the Warriors tonight as well. Williamson there, who was very, very impressive last week as well. So we're hoping for good things from him as a guest at the top end of the team to lead the Warriors in their challenge against the Kings, that have, we said earlier on, have been unbeaten for the majority of the season. Just lost 3 matches this last month. Into the last lap though goes Bowen. Big gap then until we see Williamson, and another big gap to Clifton, and we see Dugard there trying to get on terms with Clifton, but I think he's leaving it a bit too late. There he goes, slowing down on his last lap. As over the line, Luke Bowen takes a checkered flag and 3 points for the Kings.
very much to me like a 4-2 heat advantage against Kingsford. We'll wait for the official verdict from Bryn in the box. In the meantime, a little music from our maestro Barry.
So the result then of heat number 1, sponsored by Jason Warren, was a win in white for the Kings, Luke Bowen, 3 points for him. Second place in red for the Warriors was Matt Williamson and 2 points, and third place in yellow for the Kings was Luke Clifton with 1 point. 2 points to the Warriors, 4 to the visitors, the Kings. That's heat number 1.
He's got an average of over 10.5 points for the meeting. Number 2.
Sponsored by SpeedwayCover.com. For the big things, in yellow is Jack Thomas. In white is Danno Verge, and for the Bowen, Source Piper is a rider in blue, and Govier is a rider in red.
Number 2 we move on to, sponsored by ourselves here at SpeedwayPortal.com. Getting the jump is the 2 Kings then. Verge in white, Thomas in yellow on the inside, but going having a look around the outside. Piper goes into second place, and now having a look at Thomas. So Piper now going up wide. He's in a nice second place. His teammate Tyler Govier back in third place, and at the back in this race is Danno Verge. So Piper's got his chance here to shine for the Warriors. Let's hope he can do something to stake a place for a team spot then for the Warriors, following this chance with Nick Phillips being out injured. At the moment it's a nice solid looking second place, whilst Jack Thomas is away at the front in this one. Very fluorescent orange rims and covers there for Jack Thomas. Head in the field as he's coming around onto the home straight. Just about to start his last circuit in heat number 2. Piper then still in that second place. Looking much steadier and much faster than he's been looking in the last few weeks of practice as well. And slowing right down at the back there, Danno Verge looking like he's going to go straight back to the pits. But taking the checkered flag in yellow is Jack Thomas. And the result of heat number 2, sponsored by ourselves, SpeedwayPortal.com, is a win for the Kings rider in yellow, Jack Thomas, and 3 points to him. Second place for the Warriors in blue, George Piper, and 2 points. And third place in red for the Warriors, Tyler Govier, and 1 point. Share of the points, 3 each. Now the Warriors move on to 5 and the Kings on to 7.
Ayres in yellow, James Sheen in white for the big wings. And we have Lee Smart in blue and Mark Baseby in red for the Warriors. Heat number 4, sponsored by Cockle Scott.
Star Marshall gets them all underway then for heat number 3, sponsored by Cobridge Garage Mahal. Up go those tapes. Paul Carrington on the button tonight in the referee's box. And it's the Kings rider in yellow. Rider replacement right here for Danny Ayres. Straight to the front in this one, but the red lights come on.
Red lights coming on immediately. Referee deeming that unsatisfactory start.
Second time of asking then, heat number 2, start marshal over there, he's getting everybody ready up to tapes so we can get back underway. Our regular man Chris out on the centre green, he's away today. So we got DJ Phil stepping in on the centre green, which is great to see. Tapes go up, and this time round it's Ayres as well as Smart getting a jump on this one. Smart to neck and neck with him, but Ayres gets the it was very nearly there, a nasty accident, but Ayres locked up there tightly on the exit of turn 2, forcing there Mark Baseby to take evasive action. Red lights on once again, so we're going to have another look at this one, hopefully on the replay.
All the way to the rider in red, Mark Baseby laid his fight down to avoid what could have been a nasty crash. But that race has been rerun with 3 riders only.
Let's get ready to race this now, please. Come on now.
Third time of asking then, heat number 3. Cobra's Garage Mahal are sponsors for this one. No Ayres in yellow. Baseby red, Smart blue, Shane's white. And it's the Warriors this time round getting the trap over Shane's back in third place. Shane's was the fastest rider around the circuit, though, until last week, and it's now Baseby who set a cracking time of 68.6 last week down here at the Andrew Uni Stadium. And in this heat, he's well out front as well in this one, backed up by Smart in second place. So all Smart's got to do, so as we get a big 5-1 then for the Warriors, is keep Shane's behind him. No easy task. Shane's is a little tiger on his tail. Let's see what he can do. He's getting as close as he possibly can to Smart. Can Smart outwit him round the turns? Neck and neck, exiting turn 2. They are down the back straight. Shane's cuts inside and he grabs second place. So he's now split into 2 Warriors riders and he sets off after Baseby, and he's already opened up a fair gap. Although from Smart now in third place. But we think this is Baseby's race in the bag as he comes around now. Round the 4th turn for the last time. Over the line he goes. Checker flag time and 3 points then for Baseby and the Warriors.
That's looking like our first red light blue to lead red, but we'll wait for the official.
The result of heat number 3, sponsored by Cobra's Garage Mahal, is a win for the rider in red for the Warriors, Mark Baseby, with 3 points. Second in white for the Kings, James Shaneson, 2 points, and third in blue for the Warriors is Lee Smart with 1 point. So it's a 4-2 advantage to the Warriors. Now levels it all, 9 points apiece.
The lineup for this one is what Gwyn said. Just the 4 changes. Yellow for the King Kings, Danny Ayres. White for the King Kings is James Shanes. We have Lee Smart in blue for the Wight Wightlink, and well, we have George White for the Wight Wightlink. In the last week. Jack Thomas in yellow, Danny Ayres in white, George White for blue, and James Cockle in red.
In memory of Roy Bomber Belcher, heat number 4. Looks like it's going to be a cracker. Ooh, a little bit of a fast move there, it looks like, and the red lights come on straight away. Looks like Cockle was fast away from that one. So we got another rerun then of heat number 4.
We started with all 4 riders, red, not be too eager.
Second time of asking, up go those tapes, and it's looking at the rider on the outside and the inside here in this one. So Cockle and Ayres together, down the back straight they go. Cockle inside, Ayres outside. Ayres goes up very high indeed, cuts back, and he's got it. He's gone round Cockle, round the Warriors skipper, into the lead in this one. But looking at the back, there's 2 races in one in this one. We see at the moment Jack Thomas there struggling to get past George Piper. So Piper, as he stands, he's on for another point to take his tally to 3 in this heat if he just can stay in front of Jack Thomas of the Kings. But meanwhile, it's still Ayres out front, really powering on the speed in this one. Riding also in the Premier League for Glasgow Tigers. And look at him go there around that 3rd and 4th bend. Crikey, gets some real speed off of that. And into the last lap he goes. This is looking like a very, very fast time indeed. So we'll have a look at that one very shortly. Meanwhile, Cockle, he's settled for second place. Looking back now for his team partner to see if he can slow down enough to help his team partner through. By the looks of things, here he goes, just going across the line. And it's a win there anyway for Danny Ayres, and 3 points for him in the white helmet for the Kings.
Announcement and a little bit of music from our...
So the result then of heat number 4 in memory of Roy Bomber Boucher was a win for the Kings rider in white, Danny Ayres, with 3 points. Second place for the Warriors in red was James Cockle and 2 points, and third place in blue for the Warriors was George Piper and 1 point. Point shared, 3 points apiece. It's still all level, 12 points apiece after heat 4.
And his winning time was 68.
Yeah, isn't it? Don't keep it up, mate. Well, one better than your average. What do you tell me all that, mate? That's a good win over him, mate. He's a good rider. I know I did like a freeman. Now for a while. Just keep moving all over the track. I'm just going to grab some water. Are you alright with that, mate? I'm going to grab some water. Are you alright? No, I seem like a fan.
Well, we've got a little bit of extra time before Kelsey's out anyway, so. You've never said that before, have you?
Motorcycles, they sponsor heat number 5 as those tapes rise, and it's the rider in white, Lou Bowen, once again winner in heat number 1, going to the front. Smart in blue though, he's very close on his tail in that one, and packing in third place is Baseby. Let's see what Smart and Baseby can do together in this one. Meanwhile, at the back is Luke Clifton. So Luke Bowen spent many years riding in the Premier League as well, riding at Rye House for the Rockets, and he's followed his promoter from those days, Len Silver. He's followed him down to Kent to join up with the Kings and be their number one. And he's certainly showing what it's all about to be a number one and riding well out front in this heat. The two Warriors neck and neck together as Bowen goes into the last lap. So it should be 3 points apiece in this one, keeping things all even once again after 5 races, nothing between them. As we see Bowen now go down the home straight and pops a little wheelie, over the line he goes, and checkered flag and 3 points. The result of heat number 5, sponsored by our friends at TB Motorcycles, is a win for the rider in white for the Kings, Luke Bowen, and 3 points. Second place for the Warriors in blue, Lee Smart, and 2 points. And third in red for the Warriors, Mark Baseby, and 1 point. Share of the points then once again, 3 points apiece. And it's still nothing between the two sides after 5 heats, 15-15.
And United once again, the yellow for the big rings is Danno Verge. For the big rings in white, Ayres, and for the Warriors blue is Kelsey Dugard. And at number 1, Matt Williamson. Let's get behind the scenes. As well as Christmas Eve. Let's make some noise for the noise.
First skid sponsor, heat number 6. Up go the tapes. What's going to happen in this one as we see Williamson to the front straight off then for the Warriors in red, and Ayres hot on his tail. So we got a real good race on now with Williamson out front, Ayres having a look high and wide. What's he going to do? Will he be able to get past? It should be a cracking race then for us to watch Ayres tackle Williamson. Meanwhile, Dugard's down there in third place, slotting into that one. Danno Verge at the back in this one. So as it stands, it's a heat advantage for the Warriors, but Ayres goes just around the outside of Williamson into the lead. So it's now on to share of the points. Superb little overtake manoeuvre there as we see the clutch guard come off of Ayres' bike there onto the apex of turn 1 and 2. Sitting on the track. Let's just hope that doesn't get in the way of any riders. It's a little bit far out at the moment, but they're into the last lap. And we see Ayres then go across, take the checker flag, and another 3 points to his name in that white helmet for the Kings.
Looking very much to me like the deadlock still can't be broken, but we're back over to the box.
Result of heat number 6, sponsored by My First Skid, is a win in white for the Kings, Danny Ayres, and 3 points. Second in red is Matt Williamson for the Warriors, and 2 points. And third in blue for the Warriors, Kelsey Dugard, and 1 point. Share of the points, 3 each. It's still deadlock time, 18-18.
Let's work hard for that
So Danny was having a look there for his clutch guard. Fell off earlier on in the race on lap 3 and didn't realise it had been picked up by one of the stewards. So back to the pits he goes.
Well, 18 points, please. Winning time.
Lady Shepherd, heat number 7. A little bit of a jump there from the rider in red, Cockle once again, and those red lights gone, so we've called that one right for a change. No commentator's curse this time round. Let's see what Paul Carrington does, as he's already warned James Cockle earlier in the meeting. So referee Paul Carrington then, he's disqualified James Cockle, the Warriors skipper, who's obviously not too happy after being warned earlier on in one of the previous heats for jumping the start in heat number 4, actually that was. So he's done it again in heat number 7, being disqualified. So will he go back 15 metres or will he be replaced by a reserve? Looks like he's going to go 15 metres back. We see our clerk of the course out there, Kev Shepherd. He's keeping an eye on the start from James Cockle, 15 metres back in that red helmet, before being disqualified for jump in the start for the second time in the meeting. Off goes the Star Marshal, off go the riders. It's the 2 Warriors to the front in this one. Shanes with Thomas going round the outside. Shanes has a look back, lets Thomas go round the outside of him. And already Cockle has moved in front of Govier, and he's now chasing down Shanes. Will he be able to get Shanes, get past him? He's got another 3 laps to go. Lap 2 they're on now. Gaining all the time. Let's see if he can do anything serious, any serious damage. Otherwise it's going to be a big 5-1 to put the Kings in front in heat number 7. Thomas then with the ride of his life in this heat. He was the winner first time out in heat number 2. His next ride he had a 4th place, so it doesn't look like Cockle's going to be able to get on terms with Shane's last lap they're into at the moment. It looks like this is a turning point of the meeting, or it could well be, unless the Warriors can fight back in the following heat, heat number 8. But it's the checkered flag and a win for the rider in yellow there, Jack Thomas. The result of heat number 7 was a win for Jack Thomas in yellow for the Kings and 3 points. Second in white also for the Kings, James Shanes and 2 points. And third in red for the Warriors, James Cockle with 1 point. 1 for the Warriors, 5 for the Kings. Progressively it's now the Warriors 19 and the Kings 23.
All the rival Warriors we have in blue, George Piper, and local Warriors, Kelsey Dugard.
Training, they're the sponsors of heat number 8. Star Marshal goes off, those tapes rise, and on the outside it's a good gate there for Dugard as he commands the start, and the first 2 turns into the lead he goes, and his teammate in blue, George Piper, having a look around the outside. Oh, he just gets it, he just gets around the outside there of turn 4. Excellent stuff though. So the 2 Kings are scrapping for the 3rd place. Thomas in yellow, who was a winner last time out, now having a look round Piper out of turn 2, and he makes his stick going down the back straight. And we've now got Clifton in white for the Kings now having a look at Piper. Can Piper hold on? He locks up a bit there on turn 4. Meanwhile, still out front, Dugard riding a superb and smooth race out front. And it's all action at the back as we see Clifton there getting past Piper. So unfortunately then for the Warriors, it went from a 5-1 situation to a share of the points, 3 each into the last lap. It's still Dugard riding a nice smooth line around the circuit as we go. Second place in yellow is Jack Thomas, who we saw winner last time out in heat number 7. And in third place, picking up that all-important third place at the moment in white, is Luke Clifton. But getting the win in red for the Warriors and that checkered flag and 3 points is Kelsey Dugard.
Looks very much like a 3-3 to me, but we'll await official confirmation from Brian and the music from Barry.
And the result of heat number 8, sponsored by Ha Training, is a win for the Warriors rider in red, Kelsey Dugard, with 3 points. Second in yellow for the Kings is Jack Thomas with 2 points, and third in white for the Kings, Luke Clifton, and 1 point. Share of the points, 3 each, and we now see the Warriors on 22 and the Kings 4 points ahead on 26. And they sponsor this heat number 9 as the tapes rise, but the red lights come on straight away. So our referee Paul Carrington's calling that one back. Another unsatisfactory start. And then heat number 9, up go those tapes, and once again clean start, and we've got the riders in red and white, Baseby and Ayres. It's Baseby around the outside. Ayres is the fastest down here so far this year with his time earlier on in heat number 6, 68.3, but Baseby is out in front, so he's been fast as well, fast and furious, and last week he had 68.6. So 2 top riders, they're going out wide and getting the grip, getting the dirt, and they are powering on in this one, leaving Smart in third place, way behind them. Ayres was really right up on the apex there at turn 3 and 4. Well at the back though here is Danno Verge. So Baseby still going out trying to get as much grip as he can out wide after that track grading. So they're in each other's tyre tracks in this one, looking very, very good as well as going to the last lap. Baseby still holding that lead down. Ayres trying all he can to get on terms with him. Just a couple of bike links between the 2 riders in this one. Cracking little duel this is as well. So it's all or nothing now for Ayres, but it's Baseby that gets the drop, and there he goes, getting a checkered flag in heat number 9 and 3 points.
Excellent heat that time. Looks like a red, white, blue to be win, but we await your official verdicts. Up there in the box, and a little music from Barry. Thank you.
And the result then of heat number 9, sponsored by Del Negre, and that is a win for the Warriors. Riding in red, Mark Baseby, and 3 points to him. Second in white for the Kings, Danny Ayres, cracking race from him, and 2 points. And third in blue for the Warriors, Lee Smart, and 1 point. So it's a 4-2 heat advantage for the Warriors, and we now sees the Warriors on 26, and the Kings just only 2 points ahead on 28.
Red, white, blue, and taking on the deficit to 2.3.
Okay, here we go, racing again, heat number 10. Remember, Shazzy there. Jack Thomas in yellow. And James Shrews on white for the King Kings. For the Warriors, Kelsey Dugard with red and blue, and Matt Williamson in red. Ready to choose him up, here we go.
in memory of Shazzy Bird. We move on to heat number 10. And getting the jump straight away on this one. Williamson together with Shanes, neck and neck. Williamson gets it around the outside of turn 2. Along the back straight he goes, with Shanes now tucked into second place. And back in third we see the rider replacement rider, Jack Thomas there, slotting in with Kelsey Dugard at the back. So will Williams be able to keep this one? Shanes has a look up the inside and he gets it going into turn 3. Cuts in very tightly. Great little move there by Shanes to put the Kings onto a heat advantage in heat number 10. So will Williams carry on and go in pursuit of Shanes, or will he try and slow down Thomas in a third place to allow Dugard to come round the outside? Just over a lap to go in this one as Shanes goes into the last lap. Shanes now looking unstoppable in this one. Looks all to be settled. Dugard going very, very slow around the outside and the back in that one. So a little bit unfortunate then for the Warriors, but a win nevertheless for Shanes for the Kings in white. So the result of heat number 10 in memory of the late Shazzy Bird is a win for James Shanes in white for the Kings and 3 points. Second in red for the Warriors is Matt Williamson and 2 points, and third for the Kings in yellow, rider replacement rider Jack Thomas and 1 point. 2 for the Warriors, 4 for the Kings, progressively now 4 points ahead. The Kings move 28 for the Warriors, 32 for the Kings. Gamesmanship, fun and games at the start then. Heat number 11, sponsored by our friends from Sharp. Up go to take straight away, and it's the King's rider in white there. Super sharp Luke Bowen to the front, but Cockle cuts inside. Cockle for the Warriors takes the lead coming out of turn 2. So we've now got a race on with Bowen back in second place, and pulling up at the rear is Govier for the Warriors. So Govier's race over very early in that one, but it's still Cockle out front being pressurised all the way now by Bowen. And dropping up the back is Luke Clifton. He's way back on this one, out of contention for a top place. A couple of laps to go then, still Cockle holding the Warriors' hopes up in this one to keep points all even in this race. He's got to stay in front of Bowen. Bowen's doing all he can, but Cockle's got a great line going around turn 3 and 4 there, keeping the speed up, just touching the edge of the dirt around 1 and 2, picking up that extra grip. He goes round turn 3 and 4 for the last time. No chance for Bowen in this one, just on his back wheel there, but getting across the line, and those 3 points and a win in red is James Cockle.
We await the official verdicts from the box and a little bit of music from Barry.
Result of heat number 11, sponsored by our friends from Sharp, was a win in red for the Warriors, James Cockle, and 3 points to him. Second for the Kings in white was Luke Bowen with 2 points, and third also for the Kings in yellow was Luke Clifton with 1 point. Share of the points once again, 3 each. Progressively now the Warriors, they're 4 points down. They are on 31, the Kings 35. Heat number 12 and fun and games of this one, sponsored by our friends at Meon Accountancy Services. 2 riders excluded for exceeding the 2-minute time allowance. Baseby for the Warriors, he's now taking 15-metre handicap, and Verge in yellow, he's now been replaced by Jack Thomas. And we see Shane's then take a superb fast start. Thomas slots in there for second place. Piper's in third. Let's see if he allows his teammate. Yes, he does. He allows Cockle through then, so that Cockle can now go on the chase. As he does so, he sets off in the hope of getting past Thomas to grab another couple of points. Let's see if he can do that. Using a bit of track craft around here. Meanwhile, Shane's, he's well out front in this one. Cockle there, super little blast around the outside from 4. Little trademark run round there from him. Into second place he goes. So lap and a half to go. I think Shane's is too far off his radar for this one. And Piper's too far back for him to be able to slow the race down to get Piper through for a point. So it's going to be a heat advantage as we see Shane's now into the last lap. And the Kings are going to head into the interval around 6 points up in this one. So here we go. Shane's, checkered flag and a win, and 3 points for the Kings.
As well, we await the official verdict from Red in the Box and a little music from Barry while we're waiting for that. Then I believe we have an interval.
Result of heat number 12, sponsored by our friends at Meon Accountancy Services, is a win for the Kings rider in white, James Shanes, and 3 points. Second in red for the Warriors was Mark Baseby and 2 points, and third in yellow for the Kings was Jack Thomas and 1 point. That means 2 points to the Warriors, 4 to the Kings. Progressively we go into the interval stage here at the Andrew Uni Stadium, with the Warriors on 33, the Kings on 39.
Jack Thomas. So a 4-2 lead advantage. Always want to call it the fiddle ticket because I never win. But so it is a fiddle really. But get your raffle tickets ready because we've got £50.
There we see one of our little mascots whizzing around. Little Callum, 7 years old. Every week he comes out here, little slide on there at turn number 2. He can't wait to get on a proper speedway bike, can he? Let's face it.
84087 is the winning number, the winning ticket in tonight's raffle. £50. What do you do? So come up to the referee's box, show us your ticket and collect your prize.
Who wants to tear off it, guys? Come on then. Tear offs. Come on. Let's sign the tear off for you. Pick your riders. Go on, man. There you go. Here you go. Take it up. Once it's done, they'll sign it for you. Come on. Anybody else want to tear off? What are you cheering for? You're talking to you, talk to me. That's all right, man. Oh, it's me anyway, so. Ken, my cousin races for Ken. Oh, is he? I love that back there.
Is that bottle for me, is it? I need that sometimes. Yeah, when I get upset. What is it? What is it? Juice?
This evening, Matt Williamson. Tuesdays on to you ladies on Ayres races.
Following on from the interval and having a look at Callum, Mascot, 7-year-old Mascot, having a little whiz round. We move on with the meeting. Alan Critcher, he's the sponsor of heat number 13, Battle of the Big Guns. So a little bit of gamesmanship, as we always see somehow in this particular heat. Star marching out there, pulling them all up to tapes. 6 points between the sides, up go those tapes, and it's the two Warriors to the front in this one. Williamson and Cockle, but taking a look around the inside is Bowen going up to second place there along the back straight. Cockle now having a look around the outside. Will he be able to regain second place? He has looked side by side going down the home straight, but Cockle keeps his held back, Torrey. Now we've got Ayres now putting the pressure on to Cockle, but still out front is Williamson, so it's going to be a heat advantage if it stays this way. But crikey, 4 cracking riders in this heat. So Williamson still heading Bowen. Ayres has got past Cockle. Cockle's slowing down, looking down at his machine. No power. Something's gone wrong there. Whether it was a chain or not, we can't tell from this distance, but he pulls over. It's a great shame then. So it looks like another heat share of the points, as long as William can stay ahead of Bowen in this one. Round those top turns then for the last time. Can the guest do the business? Neck and neck across the line. He just grabs it on the line then. Williamson keeps those 3 points and the win for the Warriors.
Wait the official verdict from the box with Bryn and a little music from Barry.
So a bit of shouting going on there from Danny Ayres. Still hitting his machine as he's going down turn 3. So don't think his machine's going to talk back to him somehow. I don't think he's going to get much sense out of it. But there you go. The result of heat number 13 is a win for the Warriors. Guest rider in red tonight, Matt Williamson, and 3 points. Second place in white is Luke Bowen, and 2 points for the Kings. Third place, Danny Ayres in yellow, and 1 point. So share of the points, 3 each, and it's now the Warriors 36 and the Kings 42. 2 heats to go. The penultimate race, heat 14, coming up.
Matt Williamson.
Two to go, heat 14. Show your teams on, show your riders on. Let's hear some noise from the boys.
Hypos, they're the sponsors of Heat 14, penultimate race time it is. So we've got to get some big points here for the Warriors. And making the gate in the red there is Lee Smart, taking those Kings right round turn 1 and 2 into the lead he goes. But the heat advantage chances, they are blown there with Tyler Govier popping and spluttering to a halt along the back straight. So his race and evening well and truly over, unfortunately. So best we can hope for is share of the points in this one, but the meeting is going to be won no matter what happens now by the Kings. Still see Smart out in front, followed by Shanes and Thomas. They don't need to really do anything in this one. They can just quite happily sit by and watch things go, in the knowledge now that no matter what happens, the Kings have won the meeting. Although saying that, as we go into the last lap, Shane's having a little cheeky look up the inside of Smart. Now he swaps to the outside. Smart covers it off, and looks like Smart's going to go through for the Warriors and get his first win of the evening. There he goes, getting a checkered flag and 3 points. Result Heat 14 sponsored by Hypos, and that's a win in red for the Warriors, Lee Smart, and 3 points. Second place for the Kings in white was rider replacement rider James Shanes and 2 points, and the third in yellow for the Kings, Jack Thomas, and 1 point. Share of the points, 3 each, and in now after the penultimate heat is 39 for the Warriors, 45 to the Kings. So that means the meeting's all won and dusted for the Kings, and they go away with the league points. And we move into Heat 15 coming up, sponsored by SBS EPOS, right after this.
To the campmen, and they will be taking the points away.
So this is it, SBS EPOS sponsoring Heat number 15. The nominated riders heat. So is this one the last one of the evening here at the Andrew Uni Stadium at Smallbrook in Ryde? But we're back again just in 2 days' time, where the Warriors take on homeless Exeter Falcons team. So we look forward to that one as well, and we hope the Exeter Falcons are back on track in the not too distant future, back in the city in the West Country. Meanwhile, though, for the last time, the Star Marshal is getting these riders up to the tape so that we can get underway and get the conclusion of the meeting through. Still some gamesmanship, even though the meeting is already won now by the Kings. That is unless obviously their two riders fail to finish. Stranger things have happened in Speedway, but those tapes go up for the last time. Great start from the guest once again. Williamson doing a fantastic job. It'd be great if he was down here as a number one every week, but nipping through the inside there is Shanes, and tucking in for third place is Bowen. So it's a heat advantage, but Bowen going around the outside of Williamson. So it looks like the Kings are going to finish on a big 5-1. So a little bit unfortunate then for the Warriors in this. A couple of things not gone their way this evening. A couple of engine failures, an exclusion, a 15-metre handicap. Maybe if those things hadn't happened, maybe they would have been on target to be a little bit closer at the end of the meeting. But even so, the Kings, they've shown that they can get together. They've got a strong team all the way from 1 to 7. Just one of their riders, Danno Verge, failing to score. They're still out front. Last lap, going round towards the checkered flag. Shane's just about to take that as he exits the turn 4 for the last time with his partner Luke Bowen, and a 5-1 then for the visitors. So the result of Heat 15, sponsored by our friends at SBS EPOS, is a win for the Kings rider in white, James Shanes, with 3 points. Second place is his teammate in yellow, Luke Bowen, and 2 points. And for the Warriors, third place in red is the guest Matt Williamson on 1 point. 1 for the Warriors, 5 for the Kings, gives a meeting result of the Warriors 40, the Kings 50.
Matt Williamson.
Some of the Kings then coming round with their lap of honour without their helmets, all on their bikes, giving a wave to the fans. There they go, happy young lads.
West place in the playoffs, yes,
Good sized crowd down here at the Andrew Uni Stadium, making their way, and hopefully they're going to be back again coming up very soon on Thursday with the Exeter Falcons.
Don't miss it. Usual start time, rain 6:45. First race 7 p.m. See you Thursday.
After the meeting, we got Luke up here with us. Luke, another cracking meeting for you today with the Kings, and you've had quite a good year so far with the Kings, gone unbeaten, but you've lost 3 matches recently, but you've pulled it all back last night and tonight.
Yeah, the wheels did fall off the bus a bit, but we've sorted ourselves out now, and I think we're back through it, and everyone's buzzing again. So, yeah, obviously I dropped a couple of points here tonight. I was a bit disappointed with, but the thing is, there was one line and it was a dirt line, and if you got in that, it was hard for people to pass, and I could have probably got Matt Williamson, but he kept shutting off going over the start-finish line, and I didn't know whether to keep going around the outside but the thing is, he got it, but tomorrow's another day, so 13 points, I'm pretty happy with that, and the team won the main thing, so that's the thing.
Great stuff. You've ridden, in the Premier League for Rye House and whatnot. So, what's it like coming down to ride for the Kings?
Yeah, the thing was, I would have gone back in the Premier League, but I was going to have a year out this year because I'd just got married, and I said to the missus, I won't ride. We'll have a nice honeymoon straight after the wedding. But we've put that off now till November, so she ain't happy about that. But we're married now, and yeah, this was just Len offered me a deal, and I said, yeah, I might as well take it because I think taking a year out, you can lose your touch, and this is just keeping the bit there, So it's all about riding the bike and enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying it at the minute.
What do you find the biggest differences between the 2 leagues?
Well, you get nailed a lot more in the Premier League, like you're all going for that bit of dirt and no one gives an inch. On this, you get a little bit more, obviously. I'm a good gator anyway, I'm on my day, and obviously that's the main part of Speedway, but I've always had the bit between my teeth to go in the dirt or try and pass someone, It's what Speedway's all about, and fans pay the money to come and watch us, and that's what you've got to give them, entertainment, so yeah.
You've been very entertaining for us down here at the Andrew Uni Stadium this year. Thank you very much for your time tonight.
No worries, thank you. Cheers, mate.
After the meeting, we got George Piper, made his debut tonight for the Warriors. He got 3 paid for tonight. How do you feel about that one?
Yeah, I was pretty happy, really. It could have been better, could have been worse. My gating was spot on. Obviously, I had massive pre-meeting nerves. What of it being my first home meeting in the starting 1 to 7, but yeah, I was pretty pleased with the way we went. The team were really helpful on setups and stuff, and the track changed a lot over the night, which did catch me out for one of my rides. But all in all, I did what I came in to do. It's a really tough team. Coming in my first meeting against Kent, who obviously are pretty much unbeaten, I think, this year. So it was always going to be a tough one. But yeah, paid for is okay. I'm happy with that. I was at the races and mixing it, so all good.
It was good to see, you making the starts, as you said, and it was just coming out of turn 2 where you were kind of losing it a little bit.
Yeah, I was. It was a case of just getting my weight back quicker. Really, there was a real big slick spot as well, which kept catching me out. But also just trying to stay safe. Is obviously still learning this year, so safety of like myself and other riders also comes into it. Like when you're going hard down into 3, there's not much room. That'll come though. I'm confident that'll come. I'm not too worried. I'm not going to over try and take people off or take myself off and bend equipment. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm getting faster with every ride, so keep safe and just keep smooth really.
Are you riding Thursday against Exeter?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, I'm ready to go Thursday. Just wait for the team lineup to come out. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm in Thursday. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that one. Should be a bit easier than than what tonight was, but we'll see.
Okay, let's hope that you're back in the team then Thursday night, and thank you for your time tonight.
Fantastic. Thanks, Tim. Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Okay, after the meeting, we got Danny Ayres with us from the Kings. Danny, third time down here for the Kings this year. You've won yet again. How did that meeting go for you?
Yeah, listen, it went really well, to be honest with you. Well tough to the boys again to come here, and I mean, you know, they're a hard team to be at home, so yeah, over the moon with the result. Yeah, so chuffed with it.
Obviously, the first time you won by like 20 points. Second time you came down, you won by 10, and it was 10 again tonight. So much more competitive.
Yeah, it was a lot more competitive. We really hit the ground running to start the season, and you know, lately we've had a few results that have gone against us, and we sort of fell away a little bit. So at the moment, it's just trying to rebuild that confidence and you know, and believing in ourselves that we can come to every team and do a job.
Okay, we also saw you recently as well on Sky TV, Heat 2 win up at Glasgow. Your after race antics up there, they love it. How does it make you feel when the crowd are all behind you like that?
Yeah, it's overwhelming. This is quite difficult. So we've got Cockle in the background there, giving it the big one. No, listen, I'm here to entertain and that, no, listen, it was my first time on the TV. I've been waiting all year for it, and I tried to just. I was actually supposed to do the guest booking here the night before, and it got rained off. So all the way there, I tried to keep my cool, and then as soon as I pulled in, I see the cameras there. It was overwhelming for myself. Got put me out in Heat 1. It went pretty well, and then Heat 2 was just phenomenal, and to get that race win, and you know, the crowd. I've got everywhere I go, I get a good reception from the crowd because, and to get the win was in my eyes, you know, a massive it so it was going to be fireworks, and that's what I gave them, and you know, on the night it was like riding in a mini Cardiff. There was air horns going off, it was goosebumps, and I was just over the moon to get that win. A little bit sad that after it I fell away and went a little bit wrong with the sprockets and that, but was well chuffed to get that win and hopefully, you know, get my name out there a little bit more.
Yeah, it was great to see. Anyway, you're not due back down here obviously the rest of this season, but you know, you never know what meetings bring towards end of seasons, individual pairs or whatever. So would you be up for coming back?
I've thrived to come here. Like I said, I got the guest booking and Neil rang me up and said, would you come and do it? And I said, listen, I'll come and do it, but I've got the biggest meeting on Sky, and to be honest with you, I did think Glasgow, but they didn't answer the phone, so I don't think they would have been too keen on me doing it. But Neil said, no, don't do it, you've got that tomorrow. I said, no, this is my job this year, and I'm not going to approach it with any different attitude. I really enjoy this track. I mean, a few people moan about it and say it's a bit bumpy and that, but I really love it. And as you could see in them couple of them heats where sadly I didn't make the starts, it gets a little bit frustrating. I beat myself up because looking back on it, I've done the fastest time of the season here, so it proves something that I do like this place. And like I've always said, I'm at the end of the phone if ever they need me.
Okay, Danny, well, thank you very much for your time tonight and previous interviews as well. Wish you all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
We got James up with us after the meeting tonight. James, not a bad meeting for you. A couple of little things where you could have maybe gone a bit better.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Keeps taking me too long to get myself in gear, actually, at the moment. I had one decent ride. Then as he comes past me and my steel shoe gets stuck in the back wheel. So that's his fault, I blame him for that. No, but other than that, like, do you know what I mean? I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time at the moment, and it seems to keep happening. Last week I scored 12 points, and I was actually, for the first time ever, I didn't think I deserved them points. Where this week, I didn't score as many points, but I thought I deserved more. You know, I can't help that my foot got stuck in the back wheel. It happens, you know. was good to win the one before that and beat Bowen. Looked like he was going to be unbeatable, to be honest with you. Yeah, the team rode really well. You know, it's taken us too long as a team to actually gel, I think, to be honest with you. We're only all just starting to G each other up. But yeah, you know, all the riders are picking up. Tonight, Tyler blew an engine up. He should have changed bites. He said it weren't right all meeting. But we all do these mistakes and keep trying to make that one bite we think is going to work and keep using it, you know. I'm the same. But we'll be trying a different engine on Thursday, and fingers crossed this will be a different change to me, hopefully. So.
You were making some really fast starts tonight, beating the referee on a couple of occasions. How about that?
Seem to go through this phase of I'm sweet for ages, and then all of a sudden I don't know, I'm on the button. But then in my eyes, if you don't touch the tapes and the tapes are gone, I've made a blinder in my eyes. But that's Speedway for you.
OK, James, wish you the best of luck for Thursday and the rest of the season. Speak to you soon.
Nice one. Speak to you guys soon. Cheers. Thanks, guys.
After the meeting, we got our guest for the evening, Matt, with us. Matt, not a bad meeting, and yet again, very, very fast at the starts as well.
Yeah, another good meeting, double figures, which, you know, we're against I feel, a stronger team than last week. So, you know, always want better, but another meeting that I can't be too disappointed with.
OK, looking ahead, we've got you riding against us. You're riding for Exeter, so any chance you can ride with brakes on?
Yeah, I'll try a bit, yeah, see what happens.
Give us a bit of a chance on Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
OK, where are you off to the rest of the week?
King's Lynn tomorrow, and then back here Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday is off because of the World Cup, and then up to Workington on Sunday, so busy old week.
Is it like that most weeks for you, that much travelling?
Well, this month's been quiet because of the rain-offs. Like, I only had 7 meetings, but then August now, because of that, I've got like 18 meetings, so I'm riding more than I'm not. So August is going to be a tiring month, but you know that's what I want.
Do you think you might get called up to come in and guest for us again?
Yeah, I'm doing next Thursday. He had offered me a couple of away fixtures, but I hate to say I can't quite do them because it would just mean I just physically wouldn't have any free days, and obviously you need a mechanic, and he's already used his days up on the fixtures we already have, so unfortunately I can't do them. But yeah, I'm here next Thursday, and if he needs me the Thursday after, I think I'm free as well, so we'll see what happens.
All right, Matt, thank you for your time, and keep those points coming in. Thank you.
No problem, thanks a lot.